Welcome to Unbreak Remind 44, a 44-minute long mental strength workout, which start in 3, 2, 1, stop. Here we go. And as per always, when it's time to go, we're gonna keep moving until we are done with session. So start moving, keep warming up, or start warming up. And in every rest position, you just continue moving. Continue flopping around, doing a little bit of a jog, doing lunges, whatever it may be, just keep moving and I'll walk you through this. If you haven't been with us before, this is your first mental strength workout, then my name is Gabriel. I'm the founder of Unbreakable Mind, a ex-bomb disposal officer and ultramarathon runner, and now I teach the same mental toughness techniques that I've used that has enabled me to do those things. And I teach those to you guys, people inside Unbreakable Mind. And these mental strength sessions is the arena to practice them. And don't worry, it's not it's not as hard or as horrible as it sounds. But what we do is we take all these tools and techniques that are really valuable at the last 50K of a race, or when the pressure's high or you're on stage and everybody's looking at you. We take those same feelings, emotions, fears, and doubts, and we try to simulate them on a micro scale in these exercises. And then once we start feeling that feeling, we apply the tools inside Unbreakable Mind to deal with it. So it's a way for us to simulate the tough event in a safe and kind of fun environment. And that's why these workouts, you never really know what's coming up, because one of the biggest things that scares us as humans is the unknown. So all you have to do is tag along, follow along, and know that in 44 minutes, you'll be done. You also don't have to worry about if you can do it or not. Everything we do is scalable. And the important thing here is not the specific exercise that we're doing. It is rather the mental experience that we're looking for. So if you can't do the specific exercise, I'm going to either tell you which ones you can do, or you can pick one on your own to adapt it. So for example, if I'm telling you to do squats and your hips hurt or your knees hurt or anything, then you can do push-ups instead. It doesn't matter much. Right? Makes sense? Excellent. Keep moving. And welcome to Morocco, by the way. It's my last day here. Beautiful place, beautiful humans, and yeah, just amazing time. Whew, this is nice. Okay. Now you want to move yourself you want to get into the yellow zone. The yellow zone is focused effort. I talked about this a lot before. This is when your world shrinks to the thing you're doing. You can call it presence, you can call it being in the moment, whatever you want, but I want you to have your thoughts and you focus on this exercise. Because as we said, it is a mental strength exercise, so part of this is just learning how to focus. And I don't want you to escape the exercise by thinking about what's coming after or what you've done before, worrying about the taxes or any other of that boring stuff. Just try to be here with me today. And if you feel like you're not really here, you're not really present, then I want you to notice if you're either like stressed out, you're in red zone, you're fighting and flight, you're thinking about all the things you need to do. Yeah, you're thinking about, holy crap, this needs to be done, what I'm going to do afterwards, and what I did before, and I don't know how to deal with that, but then I need to figure this out. If that's you, then I want you to do the following. I want you to start moving slower with your breath and your body. And I want you to relax the things that are tense. So you can go from top to bottom and basically just take a deep breath. Just relax, force yourself down. Maybe you need to walk a bit just to move down and focus on your breath. Do that for a minute. And for those of you guys who are in green zone, you're like me, you haven't really woken up yet because it's 6:45 in the morning, whatever it is. Then what you want to do is kind of the opposite. You want to get more oxygen. You want to get yourself excited. You want to get yourself ready for the fight we're in. Okay? So what you want to do is double in. So that's how you want to work. You want to do maybe 30 repetitions of that and get yourself into the yellow zone. Get yourself activated. If you're still yawning, then you need to do something to get yourself going. Okay? So everybody's going to meet up in the yellow zone. Hope that makes sense. Yellow zone is focused, it's clear, it's ready to go. That's what a warm-up is about. We want to get our body into yellow zone, but we also want to get our mind. All right, okay. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to do that exercise. Bring yourself from green to yellow or from red to yellow. And you have 30 seconds now.
Okay.
Okay, by now, keep moving, just move around, jumping, whatever you need to do to keep warming up. By now you should be closing in on that focus on. The things that were distracting before shouldn't be as distracting now, and you should be more focused on my voice and your movements than anything else. If you're still struggling, if you're still somewhere else, then you gotta do a forced push here. So the best way to get distracted is to leave space for distraction. So instead, if you just focus or think and shove in all the information you want to think about, if you really hardly focus, super hard focus on your knee, and just think about all the intricate details, the little hairs, the color on skin, all that stuff, then the only thing that's gonna exist for you is going to be that. But if you leave space for a little bit, you just look at it, oh, it's a knee, whatever, then you're gonna start thinking about something else. So get in here, really focus on the exercise, get in on the details of what this exercise is. How's my body feeling? How's my back feeling? What am I thinking? But everything you do is about the workout that we're doing, okay? Excellent. All right, we're gonna shift it up a bit. Now I want you to do 10 push-ups for each minute. So you're gonna have 1 minute to do 10 push-ups, and when you're in resting position, you either do jumping jacks or some type of other movement. You get to pick the other movement, but I want it to be a little bit heart rate racing. So maybe it's the jog, jumping jacks, whatever it is that gets you going. If you have a rowing bike, do that. Salt bike, doesn't matter. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 10 push-ups. What we are going for here is good form. I really want you to have an athletic posture that allows you to do the exercise properly. Athletic posture is basically tightening up your core, and your core is basically everything from your neck down to your hips. Everything that your arm attaches to or your legs attach to, that is the core. And the athletic posture looks like this. You see my back now? It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like this. It's a stable core. You don't overtension it, you just tighten it a little bit so you can take the beating, and then whatever position I'm in, whatever I'm doing, that's the thing I'm doing. So if I'm doing a squat, I'm going to keep the same athletic posture. Boom. If I do a push-up, same athletic posture. Boom. A plank, etc. You get the point. Okay? So that's the athletic posture I want you to have in all the exercises we do. And now if push-ups are too hard, you do them on your knees, like this. Boom. Or if they're too easy, you can either explode up and do a tap, or you can do it on one arm, 0 arms. Just kidding, that doesn't work. I don't think so, at least. Okay? And then, as always, once we're resting, we are moving. And let's go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And the idea here isn't, if you think you came here and I'm gonna rip you into pieces and make it the hardest workout you've ever been through, then that is not the point here. It's rather the opposite many times. Like, one thing we're gonna practice today is this focus. I want you to get into focus, not because the world demands it of you, not because the exercise is so heavy that you can't think about anything else. It's rather the opposite. I want you to be 100% focused when there are distractions creeping in, because today's exercise won't be that intense. It won't be so hard that you can't think about anything else. So I really want you guys now to work on staying focused. And that is a skill to develop. It is difficult. Okay, 10 more in 2, 1, go. And if you're feeling that you're slipping away, you're thinking about other stuff, then the game here is to bring your attention back to do the things that you need to do so you can be fully present. And why is this so important? Well, focused effort into something you want to do is the most effective way to get it done and to be better at it. So if you don't have the skill to deeply focus on something, then it is like building a bridge to your dream island, but building them multiple at the same time. You're building one over here, building one over here, but imagine if you put all your effort into building one of them. Do you think it would be faster to build one with all your effort, or building 3 a little bit at a time? But obviously the answer is to build one, right? Okay, let's go again. 3, 2, 1, go. 10 push-ups. Nice, good job. So that's what I want to do. You're now going to be focused on building one bridge. And that bridge you're building is the workout we're doing now. So as soon as you are thinking about something else, maybe it's your job, maybe it's the project that's coming up, or you're wondering, I wonder what I'm going to do after this, that means you're building a second bridge. Right now, the bridge you're building is the physical bridge, or like this workout, that's the bridge. So I want you to be right here, right now, and just keep doing that. And then we're gonna go again in 1, go. 10 reps. Nice. And then keep moving. Once you're done. And if you're listening at this offline, then I would recommend you can also go for a little run. And whenever it's time to do the push-ups or the sit-ups or whatever you chose, then you just stop and you do that. So it's nice. Even though I'm here in the park, you can go whatever you want, obviously. Okay. All right, you had a little bit of silence there. What came into your head? Were you still here? Were you with the workout? Or did you go somewhere else? What bridge are you building? And 3, 2, 1, go. So right now, you should start feeling a little bit like something is happening in your muscles. If you pick an exercise that now is too easy, it's like, I don't even get any type of feeling at the end of the exercise, then you want to raise it now. You want to do 2 more for each session, for each round. So if you did 10 push-ups last time and it's like, it's nothing, then do 12. And then you're going to work up until you feel like at the end, maybe if you're doing, I don't know, let's say you're doing 20, then you should feel at the 18, 19, 20 that, okay, I'm actually some effort here. 3, 2, 1, go. And the number here doesn't matter. Nobody gives a crap. The important thing here now is that you move to what you have available. So if you did a really rough session ago that hit just these muscles, then maybe it's just 5 until you really start to break down, which is fine. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody cares how many you do. Everybody cares if you cheated. So that's all you need to focus on. Doing the right amount of sets and repetitions for you. But I want you to, at the end of your repetitions, the last 3, feel that it's actually really burning. Great job, guys. And a new one in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job. It's kind of fun, isn't it, right? It's very simple, very straightforward. I'm just gonna play around a little bit. It's unknown, you don't know what's gonna happen. And you might think that it's boring and it sucks. But it's a good exercise. Like, you're gonna learn so much from this. And if you keep doing these things, then the unknown that happens during your day, you'll have so many more tools to deal with it. So many more ways to be like, okay, whatever happens, I'll deal with it. I can figure it out. Okay, 3, 2, 1, new set. If you can't do them all in one go, you can divide them by 2. You can divide them by 3, whatever you want. Just make sure you do them with good form. We're not going fast. We're going focused and with good form now. Think about that athletic posture. And 3, 2, 1, go. Whew. So now at the end of the set, you should definitely be feeling tiredness somewhere in whatever muscle group you're working right now. Three, 2, 1, go. Nice. And the recovery phase, you may do whatever you want. You can run, jumping jacks, whatever. Just make sure that it's above green zone. You want to get in yellow zone, you want to work a little bit so your heart rate gets up. But if when you jog, ride a bike, doesn't matter. Just move around. And now it's going to get a little bit more tricky each round. So I want you to focus the next round, the next recovery, on how to recover as fast as possible. Okay? New set. 3, 2, 1, go. Once you get into the recovery phase now, your job is to recover as fast as possible. So if you feel really tense in your shoulders, which I am now, they're pretty much wrecked from yesterday, then see what you can do to actively recover from that. Not just waiting for things to happen, but actively recovering. Maybe you need to move your arm a bit. Maybe you need to breathe harder, breathe slower. Whatever it is, see how you can improve the recovery. Because recovery is such an important part. And then we're gonna go again in 3, 2, 1. Hello, cat. Go. Nice, good job, guys. And let this take time now. If you need to take a little rest in between, completely fine. And then go back into recovery. Okay. For me, I realize I tension my shoulders, which is where I'm the most tired. So I'm focusing on relaxing that, letting the oxygen and blood come back into it, so I can go into the next round as fast as possible. That's why my arms are hanging like two little sail hands. Shade, not sail. Seal hands. Seal hands. And then we're gonna go again in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go, nice job. Woo. And then go back into recovery, because as we talk about, recovery is a task. It is something that you actively do, not just waiting, not just turning on Netflix and chill, you know. I guess the chill part isn't really chilling. It's the biggest workout of them all, but you get one. So you really want to get oxygen back to your muscles. Lower your heart rate. And just being prepared to go again. And this is such a great symbol of life, or simulation of life. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. So what? Why do I say this is such a good simulation of life? Well, if you're always in red zone, always in yellow zone, and you're never recovering, then you're gonna burn out. That's why all the people all the time burn out all the time, you know? Because they never go back home. They never go into recovery mode, and they don't do it intentionally. Rather, they just relax. They go home, watch the TV, and think that they're gonna recover. It's not the same. And as you notice now, if you just sit down and do nothing, you're going to recover slower than if you intentionally relax the things that you want to relax and get some blood into it. It just works better, you know, you recover faster. So recovery is a task. I want you to think about that. Recovery is a task. 3, 2, 1, go. So in the normal case, if you wouldn't be able to make your repetitions in a minute, you would lose your recovery. You would just like, okay, well, it's time to go again and again and again. But today, since I want you to practice getting into recovery and switching between work and recovery, then if you don't have any time to rest or recover, then I want you to minimize the amount of repetitions you do. So you have at least 30 seconds you recover. So you can practice recovery, okay? So if you need to reduce the amount of repetitions you do, completely fine, do that. And make sure you get around 30 seconds of recovery, okay? Because that's what we want to practice. 3, 2, 1, and go. The other thing that you're going to do now, which you're probably already doing, is to get the workout, the work part of it, the push-ups or the squats or whatever, to be done as fast as possible. So you have the most amount of recovery. Makes sense. It does make sense, unless you're going too hard, so you need even more recovery. So you're going to try and find that balance now. First off, in the recovery, you're going to recover as fast as possible by relaxing, breathing, maybe massaging the muscles, but working actively. And then once you're doing the work, then you're going to focus on, okay, how do I do this movement as efficiently as possible? So efficiency means doing the same thing, but at a lower cost, with fewer resources. So if you're doing push-ups, see if there's a way where you can do it where it taxes your body less, but you're still doing the movement, okay? So you're going to play around with that first, and then we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job. Now get into recovery. The only requirement I have when you're doing the recovery phase is just you treat it as a task. You don't just zoom out and wait the 30 seconds. You actually work with it. You try stuff. Maybe you flop your hands around like the good old Norwegian salmons, or you massage your muscles, or you tighten them and then just let them go to make sure that you're fully relaxed. But whatever it is, you gotta work. Recovery is a task. Excellent. We're gonna go again in work in a few seconds. And now I want you to be as efficient as possible. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's fun, isn't it? This is a good one. I like this exercise. Yes, I like it. So when you're doing the work, you want to use the way your body already works. So for example, when you run, if you're going too slow, then you're never utilizing the flexibility of your calf muscles or anything. So you lift yourself up every time. But if you do proper running form, you do 180 paces per minute, then you're actually bouncing, because you have that tension in your foot that it makes you bounce. So you save a lot of energy. So that's why you have this 180 cadence, because around there you have that bouncing effect and you become more effective in your running. The same thing can apply in your push-ups. If you just go super slow, you can't really use that tensioning of your muscles to a little bit bounce yourself up. So experiment a little bit. If you can go down, bounce up a little bit. Okay? Play with that or play with something else. Just have fun. Figure out how can you be more efficient. It's a game, guys. Just, yeah, I love it. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. So the similarity between this and life, I think, is striking. Because if you don't have this skill to switch between yellow zone and red zone or yellow zone and green zone, then if you always stay in green zone, you're always hanging out, you're never prepared, then all the good opportunities of life, they're going to pass you by because you weren't ready. You didn't have your shit together, right? And if you're always in red zone, fight or flight, then you're not going to last. You're going to burn out. And okay, so I had a conversation yesterday with a guy. Actually, we're going to do that next round, which was a very interesting conversation. Okay, new round in 3, 2, 1, go. So the conversation I had with this person, he was a sales person, and I heard that he worked a shit ton. He was working really hard, and he worked to the point where he had to take a break because he got sick. That's what his boss said. His boss said that on a live webinar in front of hundreds of people. So once I get a call with this guy, afterwards I text him, hey dude, great job today, you're doing a really good job, but also be aware that, be aware of burnout. Don't burn yourself out. You got to get some recovery. And the answer he said, that's the thing that I think is very typical. He said this. He said, I've been doing this for years. I love what I'm doing. I can do this forever. And that reminds me of a quote that a friend told me when I was in the exact same position, approaching, I think, my 3rd deployment or something like that. And we're going to do that after this repetition. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so that reminds me of what a friend told me when I was going on my 3rd deployment. He said, what? It's not the people who hate their job that burn out because they don't give a crap. It's the people who love it because they will work even though their body is telling them to stop a long time ago. And that was such an eye-opener to me. Like, our body doesn't care if we enjoy it. Sure, it reduces the experienced pain of it, but it's still work. It's still stress on our body. So even if I enjoy this workout, then it's not like I don't have to respect that I'm giving it a fair amount of work today. So if I keep doing this every day, no matter if I enjoy it, I do it with a laugh, it's still taxing. So I want you guys to remember that. This is why it's so important to learn how to recover properly, even if you're enjoying your shit, especially if you're passionate about what you're doing, because that means you're going to go really hard and you're going to ignore the signals because, just like I said, well, I mean, I love what I do. I have fun every day at work. Your body doesn't give a crap, okay? It's a great lesson. So if you don't want to get burned out, you want to learn how to recover. Recover is a task. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, isn't this nice? I hope you also get to be outside and you're in the beautiful weather doing this. And if it's super cold and rainy where you are, even better, because then you really get the mental strength challenge of focusing, and getting all the good stuff done. Which reminds me that I'm not the person who ever watches the weather. And I think I got that from the good old army, because it doesn't really matter. Like if there's an exercise planned or a mission planned, the weather is less important. If it's a real mission, the weather matters more. But if it's an exercise, nobody cares about the weather. It's just go. So I think that's just built into me in some way. So I'm just happy it's not raining. But a lot of times when we do this, it is raining and it sucks way more. Okay, 5 seconds until we go again. Recover, relax, 2, 1, go. So what I noticed that round was that I wasn't focused on the recovery. I was focused on telling you a story. So when I got back into the repetition, I felt a lot of tiredness, because I think I've been holding them up. So that's why recovery is a task. We have to focus and we have to get it done. You know? There's a time to sleep as well, but that's different from active recovery and recovery as a task. Okay, great job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Okay. Nice job, guys. Still good form. I love it. Yeah, we want to keep the form still, since we have a time when we just go and we go blast it out, and like proper form isn't that important, because we just want to get through the reps. We want to do it safely, of course, but now we want to keep strict form. So if that means 2 reps, a short break, then another 2 reps, that's great. And that's how I want you to think about your work day as well. If you're doing intense work behind your computer, or whatever it is that you're doing, I want you to do intensive work, then recover. I don't want you to go 4 hours straight just meandering behind the computer and just things are happening. I want you to do 40-minute session with intense focus, and then 20 minutes to zoom out. I know it's gonna be hard for some of you guys because people are watching over your shoulders, but I want you to use some type of principle like 50-10 or 40-20, something that gives you recovery and focus. Now let's go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice job. All right, shake off, stand up, keep moving. Breathe out, go into recovery. Now I want you to do a quick feel through of your body. Go from your toes, how are they feeling? Knees, legs, butt, shoulders, everything. And then just go to where it feels a little bit, this is a little bit tired. So you want to feel that? Okay, so for me, it's my shoulders. They're really tense. Everything feels pretty relaxed. Okay, ready to go again. But my shoulders, yeah, they're tired. So then we're going to give them 1 minute of intentional recovery. So do whatever, find whatever you have, which is your sore spot right now. And then you want to move it with as little effort as possible. So like for me, for my shoulders, I'm just going to move them around a little bit by working my core, and then just relaxing my shoulders as much as possible so I can get some new blood into them without straining. For some of you, you can play around with stretching or putting your arms up high. But the idea here now is to see what you can do to recover faster. To switch from yellow zone, where we've been working, back into green zone as fast as possible. Same thing here if you have been using a heart rate monitor, or you can just check your pulse with 2 fingers on your throat or your artery and see if you can get it down as low as possible, as fast as possible. 30 seconds to do that. Nice. Okay, the last 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes to go, and then we are done with Unbreak Remind 44. And this is probably one of the most important parts of it. But remember, keep moving. We're still not done. We have 3 minutes left. And we're going to do an after-action review. If you want the full lowdown on how the heck an after-action review and why it's so important, then you'll go to unbreakablemind.co and you'll find the full training. Because this is so important. Whatever you're doing in your life, if you can't extract the best lessons from it, the most valuable lessons, then you're bound to repeat it. And if you're bound to repeat it, it's like, no, why? I've already done this mistake. And even better, if you find a bunch of things that are really good for you, you want to keep that stuff, right? So the after-action review is a way for us to do that. It's a bunch of questions. Question number 1, what was the goal? The goal was to, you get to choose here, was it to push or to cruise through this exercise? Was it to really go really hard, or what was it? It definitely was to, I'll deliver this to you. One of them was to stay focused here, to go into the yellow zone and to just be present. That was one. So the question is, so once you figure out what the heck you came here to do, and I'm going to deliver you came here to stay focused and present, is that what I asked you for in the beginning? Question number 2 is, what actually happened? What actually happened means, well, did I do that or did I not do that? So go through that 30 seconds, just figure out, okay, did I do that? All right, and now you either have a perfect 1-to-1 ratio where you said, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I did. Excellent. Or you have a discrepancy, which says, I set out to do this, I didn't really do it. Either way, we want to be curious. Why the heck did it go the way that it did? So question number 3 is, what am I going to improve for the next time? This question goes into 3 categories. What am I going to stop doing? What am I going to start doing? And what am I going to continue doing? So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to figure out the biggest lessons here that you're going to do to improve next time you're doing this. And there can be lessons for life outside of this training as well. There can be lessons about recovery in your workday, whatever it may be. All the lessons that came from this exercise, I want you to think about those. 20 seconds. And I want you to keep moving. And I want you to preferably write them down if you want to keep those bad boys. That list you have now, stop, start, and continue. That's the thing you want to keep in your pocket to make sure that you implement that in your life, because you have now realized that that is something that you want to do. And for those of you guys who are not in Unbreakable Mind yet, then I welcome you to either join these free classes, join the mental strength newsletter. Those things are all for free, but if you really want to get the experience, you should go to unbreakablemind.co and check out our core offers and see if this is some training that you might need for the goals that you have. If you have a big pitch, a big race, whatever it is, and you want to become ready, and you want to get the best trainings to become ready with your mind, with your body, and with your team, then that's the place where you want to go. If you want to leave it to chance, then you're welcome to do that as well. Either way, stay strong, and train is your fight. Take care, guys.